Hello, everyone. Today we will talk about how to speak English with others. It can feel hard at first, but don't worry. With practice, you will improve. The most important thing is to start simple. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes when learning something new. When you speak to someone, start with a smile. A smile makes you feel calm and shows you are friendly. It helps the other person feel comfortable too. It's good to be polite when you talk. This helps people feel happy to talk with you. When you meet someone, you can say hello or hi. Then ask, "How are you?" People usually answer, "I'm fine" or "I'm good." You can then say, "And you?" This shows you care. To keep the
Conversation going, ask simple questions. You can ask, "What is your name?" or "Where are you from?" This helps you learn about the other person. You can also ask, "What do you do?" This means asking what job they have or what they study. When someone asks you a question, answer with short sentences. For example, if they ask, "Where are you from?" you can say, "I am from Italy," or "I am from Canada." After that, you can ask them the same question like, "Where are you from?" Talking about the weather is easy. You can say, "It's a nice day," or "It's very cold today." If they agree, you can keep talking about the weather. You can also talk about things you like. You could say, "I like movies," or "I like swimming." If the other person likes the same things, you can talk more about it. Remember, listening is important. If you don't understand something, it's okay to ask them to repeat. You can say, "Can you say that again, please?" Or, "Sorry, I didn't understand." They will help you. If you don't know a word, try to use easy words. For example, if you don't know how to say delicious, you can say, "The food is very good." People will understand you. Don't worry about silence. It's normal to pause when speaking. You don't need to hurry. Take your time. When it's time to end a conversation, you can say, "It was nice talking to you," or "Goodbye." This is polite. It's good to practice English every day. The more you practice, the better you will get. You can listen to English songs or videos to help you learn. Even if you don't know many words, don't worry. Start with what you know and you will learn more words. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. If you feel nervous or shy, that's okay. Everyone feels that way when learning a new language. Keep practicing, and you will improve. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about sharing ideas and talking to people. Keep going, and soon speaking English will feel easier. Thank you for listening. Chapter 2. When you start talking to people in English, it's important to remember a few things. First, be confident. Even if you don't know all the words, just try your best. People will understand that you are learning and will appreciate your effort. Speaking slowly and clearly helps too. If you speak too fast, it may be harder for others to understand. So take your time and speak at a pace that feels comfortable for you. It's also good to listen carefully when someone is talking to you. Listening is just as important as speaking. If you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask them to repeat it. You can say, "Sorry, can you say that again?" Or, "I didn't understand. Can you explain it?" People will be happy to help you. Another way to keep a conversation going is by asking questions. Asking questions shows that you are interested in the other person. You can ask simple questions like, "Do you like music?" or "What do you do for fun?" These questions are easy to answer and can help you learn more about the other person. When they answer, you can share something about yourself too. For example, if they say, "I like reading," you can say, "I like reading too," or "What books do you like?" When you ask questions, try to keep them simple. You can ask, "Where do you live?" or "Do you like sports?" These are simple and easy to understand questions. People will enjoy talking about themselves, and you will have more things to talk about. If you are not sure what to ask, think about what you like to talk about. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? You can ask, "What do you do in your free time?" This is an easy way to start a conversation. You might learn that the other person likes the same things as you, like watching movies or playing sports. Talking about hobbies and interests is a great way to get to know someone. If you like the same things, you can talk more about those things. You could say, "I like swimming," "Do you like swimming?" or "I like playing games. What about you?" These questions help the conversation continue and can help you make new friends. When you are having a conversation, try to speak in short sentences. This helps you to be clear and easy to understand. If you make a mistake, don't worry. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language. Just keep going and try to correct yourself. If you don't know the word for something, you can use simple words instead. For example, if you don't know the word delicious, you can say, "The food tastes very good." This way, people will still understand you. If you don't know how to pronounce a word, don't be afraid to ask the other person. You can say, "How do you say this word?" or "Can you help me with my pronunciation?" People will be happy to help you and explain how to say the word. Over time, your pronunciation will improve, and you will feel more confident. Sometimes, you might feel nervous or shy when speaking English. This is normal, especially if you are still learning. Don't let it stop you from trying. Everyone feels this way at the start. The more you practice, the easier it will become. Try to practice with someone you feel comfortable with, like a friend or a family member. They will be patient with you, and you can practice together. You can also practice by speaking English to yourself. For example, you can talk about your day. You can say, "Today, I went to the store," or "I had lunch with my friend." Speaking to yourself will help you get used to the language and make you feel more confident. Another good way to practice is by watching English TV shows or movies. Pay attention to how people speak and what words they use. You can repeat what they say to practice your speaking. You can also listen to English songs and try to sing along. This will help you with your listening and pronunciation. When you speak English, it's important to be patient with yourself. Learning a new language takes time, and you won't be perfect right away. But that's okay. With each conversation, you will get better. Don't give up, and keep practicing. The more you speak, the more you will improve. One thing that helps in any conversation is being kind and polite. Always say "please" and "thank you" when you need to. When you meet someone for the first time, say "nice to meet you." These small words will make people feel comfortable and show them that you are friendly. If you are having trouble remembering words, You can ask the other person for help. You can say, "What does that mean?" or "Can you explain?" People will not mind helping you. They know you are learning, and they will be happy to support you. If you don't know the answer to a question, you can be honest and say, "I don't know." It's okay to not know everything. The more you practice, the more words and phrases you will learn. If you ever feel stuck in a conversation, you can always talk about the weather. It's a topic that everyone can talk about. You can say, "It's sunny today," or "It's rainy outside." This can help you feel less nervous and keep the conversation going. When you finish a conversation, you can say, "It was nice talking to you," or "See you later." These are polite ways to end the conversation. People will remember that you were kind and friendly. Remember, speaking English is a skill. It's something you can get better at with practice. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. Keep trying and don't be afraid to make mistakes. You will improve over time, and soon, speaking English will become easier and more natural. Keep practicing, and soon you will find yourself speaking English with more confidence and ease. Don't be afraid to try new things and learn new words. Keep going, and you will be proud of how much you can do. Chapter 3. When you start speaking English, it's normal to feel nervous, but don't let that stop you. The more you practice, the better you will get. Everyone starts somewhere. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Making mistakes helps you learn. You will get better each time you speak. The most important thing is to keep practicing. A good way to practice is by speaking every day. You can speak with a friend or family member, or even by yourself. For example, try talking about your day. You can say, "I woke up at 7 a.m., or "I went to the park with my friend." This helps you use the words you know and get better at speaking. It's also important to listen when others are speaking. This will help you learn new words and how to say them. When you hear a new word, try to remember it and use it next time. If you don't understand something, you can ask them to explain. You can say, "What does that mean?" or "Can you say that again, please?" People will be happy to help. If you don't know the right word, try using a different one. For example, if you don't know the word delicious, you can say, "The food is very good." People will understand even if you don't use the perfect word. You don't have to know every word. What matters is that you try to communicate. It's also helpful to ask questions in a conversation. Asking questions is a good way to learn more about the other person. You can ask simple questions like, "What's your favorite food?" or "Do you like to play sports?" These are easy questions that people like to answer. After they answer, you can talk about your favorite food or what sports you like. This keeps the conversation going. When you speak, try to make your sentences short and clear. This will help the other person understand you. Don't worry about making mistakes. If you don't know how to say something, just try your best. You can always ask the other person to help you. You could say, "Can you help me?" or "How do I say this word?" Another good way to practice speaking is by repeating what you hear. For example, if you hear someone say, "I like music," you can repeat, "I like music too." This helps you learn new phrases and get used to speaking. You can do this with TV shows, songs, or videos in English. Repeating what you hear helps your speaking and pronunciation. When you are speaking to someone, it's important to look at them. This shows that you are listening and paying attention. It's also polite, but you don't have to stare at them all the time. You can look away sometimes, then look back when you talk. One good way to keep a conversation going is by asking more questions. If someone says, "I like movies," you can ask, "What kind of movies do you like?" Or, "What's your favorite movie?" People like talking about their interests, so asking questions keeps the conversation interesting. If you don't know what to talk about, you can always talk about the weather. It's something everyone can talk about. You can say, "It's a nice day today," or "It's very hot outside." This can help start a conversation and make you feel less nervous. When you feel stuck, just take a deep breath. It's okay to pause for a moment while you think about what to say next. You don't have to talk all the time. A short pause gives you time to think. The other person will wait for you. They will understand that you are learning. Another great way to practice is by listening to English songs. Songs can help you learn new words and phrases. You can try to sing along to practice your pronunciation. When you sing, you also practice speaking in a rhythm, which helps you sound more natural. If you feel shy or nervous, try to practice in small groups or with people you know well. This can help you feel more comfortable. When you are ready, you can try speaking with strangers. The more you practice, the easier it will become. And remember, everyone was a beginner once. When you are talking to someone, be kind and polite. Say please when you ask for something, and thank you when someone helps you. Being polite shows that you are friendly and respectful. If you are not sure what to say, you can always smile. A smile helps make the conversation more comfortable and friendly. Another good tip is to ask for help if you need it. If you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask questions. You can say, "What does this word mean?" Or, "Can you explain that to me?" People will understand that you are learning, and they will be happy to help. If you don't know the answer to a question, that's okay. You can say, "I don't know," or "I'm not sure." People will not mind. It's more important to be honest and keep trying. When you practice, try to use new words you've learned. Even if you make mistakes, it's good to use new words. This helps you remember them. The more you use new words, the easier it will be to remember them. Another great way to practice is by watching videos or reading books in English. You can learn new words and get better at listening. When you listen to English, try to repeat what you hear. This helps you with your pronunciation and speaking. In the beginning, it may feel hard to speak English, but with practice, it will get easier. Don't give up. It's okay to make mistakes. Keep practicing, and soon you will be able to speak with more confidence. Take it one step at a time, and remember that learning a language takes time. If you feel nervous, try to remember that everyone makes mistakes. The most important thing is that you are trying. You will improve, and speaking English will become more natural for you. Keep practicing, and soon you will see how much better you can get. Chapter 4. When you are learning English, it's important to practice as much as possible. The more you practice, the better you will get. You can practice by talking to people, reading books, or listening to English songs or podcasts. Don't be afraid to make mistakes while practicing. Mistakes are a normal part of learning. Everyone makes them, and they help you improve. One way to practice is by speaking with others in English. You can talk to a friend or a family member who speaks English. If you don't know anyone, you can join an English class or use apps to talk to people online. Talking to others will help you learn new words and improve your speaking skills. If you are nervous about speaking, start by speaking in small sentences. You don't have to speak in long sentences at first. Just use simple words and people will understand you. For example, you can say, "I like music," or "I am happy today." Simple sentences help you feel more confident, and they make it easier to speak. You can also practice by listening to English. Listen to songs, videos, or podcasts in English. Pay attention to how people speak and try to repeat what they say. This will help you with pronunciation and make you more familiar with the language. If you don't understand everything, that's okay. Just keep listening, and over time, you will understand more. Reading books in English is another good way to practice. Start with books that are easy for you to read. You can find children's books or books for beginners. Read a little bit every day. When you read, try to learn new words. If you don't understand a word, look it up in a dictionary or ask someone. You can also write down new words and practice using them in sentences. If you come across words that are hard to pronounce, practice saying them slowly. You can also listen to how the word is pronounced by using apps or websites that help with pronunciation. Don't worry if you make mistakes with pronunciation. It takes time, but with practice, your pronunciation will get better. Sometimes it may feel like you are not learning fast enough, but don't give up. Learning a new language takes time. Be patient with yourself. If you feel frustrated, take a break and then come back to it. Every day you are getting better, even if you don't see it right away. Keep practicing, and soon you will notice that you are understanding more and speaking better. Another way to practice is by writing in English. Writing can help you organize your thoughts and learn how to use new words. You can start by writing short sentences about your day. For example, you can write, "Today I went to the park. I saw a dog. The dog was big." Writing short sentences like this will help you use new vocabulary and improve your grammar. When you write, try to use the new words you learn. You don't have to worry about making mistakes in your writing. The more you write, the better you will get. You can also ask someone to help you check your writing and give you advice on how to improve. If you find that you forget words, don't worry. This happens to everyone. The more you practice, the more words you will remember. It helps to write down new words and phrases. You can keep a notebook or use your phone to save words you want to learn. Then, you can review them every day. Another great way to practice is by watching movies or TV shows in English. Try watching with subtitles in your language first, and then switch to English subtitles once you understand more. Watching TV shows and movies in English helps you learn how words are used in real conversations. You will also hear different accents, which will help you understand English better. It's also important to focus on learning phrases, not just single words. Phrases help you speak more naturally. For example, instead of just learning the word hello, learn the phrase hi, how are you? Or good morning. These phrases are more useful in real conversations. You can use them when you meet someone or when you want to start a conversation. If you are ever confused about how to say something, ask for help. You can say, "How do I say this?" or "Can you help me?" People will be happy to help you learn. Don't be afraid to ask questions. This is one of the best ways to learn. Sometimes it's good to review what you've learned. You can go back to old lessons and practice the words and sentences you've already learned. This will help you remember them better. If you feel like you are forgetting something, don't worry. Just keep reviewing and practicing, and you will remember it. When you talk to someone in English, try to keep the conversation going. If you don't know what to say, ask another question. For example, if someone tells you about their day, you can ask, "What did you do after that?" Or, "How did that make you feel?" These questions keep the conversation interesting and show the other person that you care about what they are saying. When you talk to someone in English, don't be afraid of silence. Sometimes there is a pause in the conversation while you think about what to say next. That's normal. Just take your time. The other person will wait for you. They know that you are learning, and they will be patient with you. Remember, learning English is a journey. It won't happen overnight, but with practice, you will get better. Keep using the language every day. The more you speak, listen, read, and write, the better you will become. It's okay to make mistakes. Every mistake is a chance to learn. Keep going, and you will be proud of your progress. You are doing great. Chapter 5. Learning English can sometimes feel difficult, but don't give up. It's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes help you learn. Every time you speak, you get better. It may feel slow at first, but with practice, you will improve. Keep practicing every day. The more you practice, the easier it will get. When you start learning, try to use the words you know. You don't need to speak in long sentences. Start with simple words. For example, you can say, "I like coffee," or "It is sunny today." These simple sentences help you practice without feeling too nervous. As you get better, you can start using longer sentences. It's okay to start small. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you don't understand something. People are happy to help you. If you don't know the meaning of a word, ask. You can say, "What does this mean?" or "Can you explain it?" If you don't understand something someone says, ask them to repeat. You can say, "Can you say that again, please?" or "Sorry, I didn't understand." People will not mind if you ask for help. They will appreciate that you are trying to learn. If you are not sure how to say something, try to explain it in another way. You can use simple words to talk about what you want. For example, if you don't know the word for delicious, you can say, "The food is very good." People will understand you, even if you don't know the exact word. It's important to keep talking, even if you don't know everything. Sometimes it may feel like you're not learning fast enough. But don't worry. Learning a language takes time. Everyone learns at their own pace. Keep practicing, and you will see improvement. The more you practice, the faster you will learn. Try to use English every day. Speak with people who know English. If you don't know anyone, you can practice online. There are websites and apps where you can talk to people from all over the world. You can also practice by listening to English songs, watching movies, or reading books. The more you listen to English, the easier it will be to understand when you speak. When you listen to English, try to repeat what you hear. If you hear a sentence like, "I'm going to the store," repeat it out loud. This will help you practice speaking and improve your pronunciation. You can also write down new words and sentences. This will help you remember them. It's important to practice listening, speaking, reading, and writing. All these skills help you learn. Try to practice a little bit every day. You don't have to spend hours studying. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day will help. The key is to be consistent. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. You can also learn by reading books in English. Start with easy books that have simple words. You can find books for beginners or books written for children. As you read, try to learn new words. If you don't understand a word, look it up. You can also ask someone to explain it. If you don't understand the whole sentence, try to guess its meaning by looking at the words around it. This will help you learn to think in English. If you feel shy about speaking, remember that everyone starts as a beginner. It's normal to make mistakes. The more you speak, the better you will get. Don't be afraid to try. You can start by speaking with a friend or family member. You don't have to talk to strangers right away. Practice with people you trust, and when you feel ready, you can talk to new people. One way to feel more confident is to memorize some simple phrases. Phrases like, "How are you?" "What's your name?" and "Where are you from?" are useful in everyday conversations. When you know these phrases, you can start a conversation with anyone. You can also learn phrases for polite conversations like "please" and "thank you." Being polite will make the conversation easier and more comfortable. If you make a mistake, don't worry. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes when they are learning something new. The most important thing is to keep trying. When you make a mistake, just correct it and move on. People will appreciate that you are trying to learn, and they will help you if you need it. Another way to learn is by repeating words and phrases. If you hear a new word, repeat it several times. This will help you remember it. You can also write the word down and use it in sentences. The more you use new words, the easier it will be to remember them. Speaking slowly is another good way to improve. When you speak too fast, it can be hard for people to understand you. Speaking slowly gives you time to think about what you want to say. It also makes it easier for people to understand you. It's better to speak slowly and clearly than to speak quickly and make mistakes. Try to talk about topics you enjoy. If you like sports, talk about sports. If you like music, talk about music. Talking about things you are interested in will make it easier to speak. You will already know the words you want to say. Talking about your hobbies and interests is also a great way to make friends. Listening is just as important as speaking. When you talk to someone, make sure you listen carefully. Listening helps you understand what the other person is saying. If you don't understand, ask them to repeat. This will help you learn more words and improve your speaking. When you speak, remember to smile. A smile can make you feel more relaxed, and it will make the other person feel more comfortable too. It's always good to be friendly and kind. People will be happy to talk to you when you are kind and polite. In the end, learning English is a journey. It may feel hard at times, but with practice, you will get better. Keep trying and don't be afraid to make mistakes. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. Stay patient, and soon you will be able to speak English with ease. Chapter 6. Speaking English is a skill that you can get better at over time. It takes practice and patience, but you will improve. The first step is to use the English words and sentences that you already know. Don't be afraid to start small. Even a short sentence can help you. You can say things like, "I like pizza," or "I am happy today." The more you practice, the more words and sentences you will learn. When you speak, remember that it's okay to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, especially when learning a new language. Mistakes help you learn. Don't feel embarrassed about them. The important thing is that you keep trying. The more you speak, the more confident you will feel. Over time, your speaking will become easier. It's also important to listen to others. When you listen carefully, you will understand better. Listening will help you improve your speaking because you will hear how native speakers talk. You can listen to English songs, watch movies, or even talk to people who speak English. When you listen, try to repeat the words or sentences that you hear. This will help you learn how to say words correctly. Speaking slowly is very helpful when you are learning English. When you speak slowly, you have more time to think about what you want to say. It also makes it easier for people to understand you. Don't rush. It's better to speak slowly and clearly than to speak too quickly and make mistakes. When you feel more comfortable, you can speak faster, but for now, it's good to speak slowly. If you don't know a word, try to explain it with other words. You can use simple words to tell what you mean. For example, if you don't know the word delicious, you can say, "The food tastes good." You don't need to know every word. People will understand you if you explain it in a simple way. It's also okay to ask people to help you. If you don't understand something they say, ask them to repeat. You can say, "Can you say that again?" or "I didn't understand." If you don't know a word, you can ask, "What does this mean?" or "How do you say this?" People are usually happy to help you. They understand that you are learning and will be patient. When you are talking, try to use full sentences. It's easier for people to understand you when you speak in sentences. For example, instead of saying, "I'm good," you can say, "I am good, thank you." This will make your speech sound more natural. Full sentences also help you remember how to form sentences in English. If you don't know how to say something, try to use simple words. You don't need to use difficult words when you are just learning. For example, instead of saying, "I am feeling delighted," you can say, "I feel happy." The simpler you keep it, the easier it is to talk and be understood. You can always add new words as you learn more. When you meet new people, it's helpful to start with simple greetings. You can say, "Hello" or "Hi." These are easy ways to start a conversation. After that, you can ask simple questions like, "How are you?" or "Where are you from?" People like to talk about themselves, so asking questions is a good way to keep the conversation going. Remember, it's important to be polite. Saying please and thank you shows that you are kind. People will appreciate it when you are polite. Being polite helps you build good relationships and makes conversations easier. You don't have to speak perfectly, but being kind and polite is important. If you want to talk about something, it's a good idea to talk about your interests. You can say, "I like soccer," or "I like music." If the other person likes the same thing, you can keep talking about it. Talking about things you enjoy makes it easier to keep a conversation going. It also helps you find common things to talk about. It's good to practice English every day. You don't need to practice for hours, but practicing a little each day will help you get better. Even just 10 minutes of practice each day is helpful. You can talk to a friend, listen to a song in English, or read a short story. Every little bit of practice helps you improve. When you talk to people, try to speak clearly. If you speak too fast or too softly, it can be hard for people to understand you. Speaking clearly helps people listen to you better. It's important to pronounce words correctly. If you're not sure how to say a word, ask someone to help you. They will be happy to help. If you feel shy, that's okay. Many people feel shy when they are learning a new language. The more you speak, the less shy you will feel. Just keep practicing, and little by little, it will get easier. You don't have to be perfect. The important thing is to keep trying and keep speaking. People will be happy that you are trying. One way to practice is by repeating what you hear. If you hear a sentence in a song or a movie, try to say it yourself. This helps you practice your speaking and pronunciation. If you don't understand a word, try to guess its meaning from the rest of the sentence. This will help you learn more words. When you speak, it's also good to make eye contact. Eye contact shows that you are paying attention and that you are interested in the conversation. It can help make the conversation feel more friendly. If you are shy, you don't have to look at the person all the time. Just look at them sometimes while you are speaking. Finally, remember that learning English is a journey. It may feel difficult at times, but with practice, you will get better. Keep speaking, keep listening, and keep learning. The more you practice, the easier it will become. You will feel more confident, and soon speaking English will feel natural.